We can share that live song.
Let me see. I put my glass on. See,
Okay.
how do I do that?
It should pop up. Okay, it's on my. We can share that live song. Let me. I want to feedback. Let me. It's on my page, so you
Okay.
can go and share that. I'm gonna share to some groups as well.
Okay.
There's some people in here. Hopefully everything will flow like it needs to flow.
Oh.
All right. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. All right, you guys. We are live. We are live. Let's get this set up here. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It is your girl, the Duchess Jerisa McBride, and you are tuned in to none other than Blues Talk with the Duchess, where we sit and we have a conversation with some of the most who's who. We have a conversation with some of the newbies, the legends, you name it. But we're going to talk blues today. And today I am so honored and pleased to have none other than the CEO herself, the president herself of the Trinity River Blues Society. Miss Angela Buffington is in the house, y'all. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm so excited being on here. I just couldn't wait. I've just been excited all week. I wanted to be on this show, and I asked. I said, "Can I be on your show?" And she said I could, and so I've been excited. Probably put it all over the, it's all out there, everywhere. Everybody to tune in because we love talking about the blues and about keeping it alive and our up and coming, people that are helping us keep it there and stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm excited to be on here. Trinity has a lot of events and things that are going on, and thank you so much for having me.
I am so glad that you got a chance to come on the show. Like you said, we had planned it, and now the days have finally come down to the nitty gritty, as I like to say. So, first off, let's tell everyone where you from. Where are you from?
Okay, I'm the president of Trinity River Blues Society. We're out of Texas, Fort Worth, and Dallas based. We're an affiliate of the Blues Foundation. So our territory is actually all of North Texas. So I cover all of North Texas. That's Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, for people who don't know. And so it's a major region, it's the, Texas blues. And that's where I'm from. I'm from Texas. You can probably hear my little accent I have here. And see y'all
All right now.
all night, but that's where we come from. We've been
Mhm.
around like 13 years now, and we've gotten big, and we're getting bigger, and we got a whole lot of things coming up. Just
Oh,
so
wow. Yeah, I've been seeing some of the things that you've been posting that the Blue Society is doing, and that means that you guys are out working and doing your mission on what it is that you're actually doing.
we
So that is so
24/7
great.
over here. Yeah, there's no sleeping really over here.
Yeah, work, work,
Yeah.
work.
And then I'm on other boards too. I'm also on the chairperson on the Women in Blues. I'm on that. Just got promoted to where I'm going to be doing their social media content for. So, because I was voted best influencer by the Fort Worth Weekly, so I am kind of promoting and stuff is my kind of my thing. It's my niche. So
Yes.
I just why
And
I know.
and might I say, just in a day, I've seen how much you do. So, okay, I said she has it laid out and Sharon, and yes, you are definitely a woman that is great at her job, honey.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
I have a great
So,
team. I mean, I have a great team. I have a great board. I have
mhm,
great volunteers that help. I ask them with my crazy thinking and stuff, and I say, I don't want to run you off. And they say, you're not running us off. But I just think, like, on the way home, I was thinking about stuff from work, and then I'm telling them, I'm constantly thinking of ways to get the message out there and different ways to, keep it relevant and make what
right.
people would want to hear what we have to say.
That's right. That's right. So, what I like to always ask people when they come on the show, the question is, when did you first fall in love with the blues?
Well, when I was growing up, because I'm old as dirt, but anyway, when I was growing up back in the day, they used to always have they'd have the house parties and they'd take the kids.
Hmm.
Kids would be in the back, and then they would come out and have you do a dance contest or something. And so back then, they would just always listen to blues, and we'd imitate them. They'd sing. The music would come on. They'd talk about, yeah, I heard that. You sing it. You better sing it. So that's how. And then from a little bitty girl, from just growing up hearing it all the time, and they'd be playing dominoes and stuff, and you just
Hmm.
hear all that blues music and stuff. So I fell in love with it as a child.
Wow.
That was the norm back then.
Hmm.
And
Did you
people,
have any favorite artists?
well, I used to like. Well, I still do. I like Tyrone Davis, Etta
Mhm.
James, Coco
Yeah.
Taylor. I mean, some of the others. I mean, some I like Ray Charles's blues songs too. It's just I'm a person who likes all kinds of music, and so in different
Mhm.
styles of the blues. So I don't have like one set style. I know some people do.
Yes.
I try to keep myself open to new opportunities and new learning things because
Hmm.
I just close my mind off. It's like I just like this kind of blues. No, I like it all.
That's
The
right.
up and coming new blues, and all that.
Hmm.
So you have to keep it alive, and it's kind of like sometimes they will say something about the gospel music, but you got to keep it alive because you got to keep the young people engaged.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
right.
change with the times, and I'm
Hmm.
not saying anything about the traditional music because it's a place for it too,
Hmm.
but you just got to be kind of open,
That's right.
then with this blues society, you have to be open to all types. We do country blues there. We do all kinds. We do like 56 different types of blues we found out. So
That is awesome.
yeah.
See, that's why I say, when it comes to the art of music, like it should never be put in a box
No, it should.
because it's just so much music out there to listen to choose from. I mean, you could never just want
Mm-mm.
to just focus on like one genre of music
No,
because
you can't. No.
and everything derives from the blues.
Yeah.
So
I always tell them when I do my public speaking, I always tell them blues is the mother and she had babies. And
yes.
rock and all these other babies she had, but she is the mother of it.
Hmm.
That's where it
That's
comes.
right. That's
Try to
right.
keep the African American culture alive about it. I let them know about the culture and the history of the blues and
Hmm.
where it came from. I mean, I'm a big stickler on that. I do a lot
Yes.
of public speaking, and I just tell it like it is, or the truth.
Yes.
So
I mean, it's the truth. Yeah.
the truth, yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And it's
So,
a mission.
I know, oh, go ahead.
I know it's part of our mission statement. Some people don't put in their mission, but we do. I mean, that's just how much we believe in and want to, keep that history alive and don't let it, die. So it's
That's
in a mission
right.
statement too. So
That's right. That history is so very important because like I always say, if you don't know where you come from, you don't know where you're going.
no, you don't.
It's very important to know the history of music and where it formed from and how did it derive from certain places and how did it start transitioning into different things. All of that is definitely important with the history of blues. I like that. I like that. So with the Blues Society, you say you guys been what, 13 years?
Yes.
Okay, so what inspired you to become involved in the Blues Society?
I guess I'm like BB. It picked me, I guess, because back in the day when I used to always, I would be out and I would, at that time I was voted like, I was nominated for like blogger. Back then it's not, it was bloggers and not influencers. So I was doing that and I was doing a lot of photography and stuff at some of the festivals and stuff. And I would always be out. And so Trinity was there. Somebody else was over it at the time. And they kept asking me to join, and I said, okay, okay. And then I finally said, oh, it's just $25. I'll join.
Mm-hmm.
So I joined on the Saturday, and then they asked me to come to a meeting, and I thought, well, maybe that's what they do with all the new members.
Mm-hmm.
So then from that Saturday to the next Saturday, I go in, and then I was. And when I got there, they said, what board position do you want?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, well." So at that time, I was at the promotional social media girl and all that stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
then so then after that, and then less than a year or so, I was voted in as president, and I've been president now for probably 8, 9, 10 years or so.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that's how it came to me. It was looking for me. So because I was,
Mm-hmm.
because like you said, I always have been one to promote. I'm really good at promoting and advertising and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I get paid for my content and stuff now, so I just constantly, my mind is always thinking of what we can do um, to make Trinity grow and get bigger, because we were, we were small, we were the baby, because at the what the Blues Foundation does, that each state has X amount of official blues societies, so we were the babies, but now we're moving up because Texas is so big, so they have five. Some states only have one.
Right.
We have five, so my goal is like I want to be right up there with Houston. That's the
Right.
goal. So
That's right.
yeah, so we have, yeah, and we're moving on up. So
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Now you mentioned about young people um needing to know the history of blues. Okay? So why do you believe that blues music is still important and irrelevant today when it comes to the young people?
well, I just think they just need to know where music comes from. They need to be exposed to it, and I just think to keep things going, you have to get them involved, and you have to find creative and interesting ways to do it. So we have a challenge that's coming up. August the 2nd is the challenge, and festivals gotten so big now that we had to turn it into a festival. But
Mhm.
one of those categories that uh, we have is the youth. It's 20 and under, and so we try to get them in here, and and so they can have opportunities to, but to learn,
That's
and
right.
so to learn about the history, and know what they're playing and why, and and then we have other organizations that want them to know it too. We would do blues in schools, and
Mhm.
and train the kids up. We might ask a question. First off, one of the musicians asked the kids, it was first graders. He says, "Well, what do you think about when you hear the word blue?" Just start
Mhm.
to get them engaged. And oh, I feel sad. Just all the different stuff. And then you just start bringing them into the blues music, and they start dancing and stuff. But it's just to get the history. It can't die, and you have to leave the legacy with somebody. You have to get the young people involved in to keep it going. You just don't want things to die. That's what anything that we do. You have to tell them the history. It's important to know that
Mhm.
chord that you playing, or that sample that you hear, it came from BB King or somebody. And they need to know
Mhm.
all of that stuff.
That's right. And the little kids, like you said, they really enjoyed
Yeah,
it. I remember it might have been about, I say about, let's just say about 8 years ago. And Bobby Rush was doing the blues in school in Vicksburg, and he came to a school here in Vicksburg, Dana Road Elementary. And those kids, they were the oldest group there were third graders.
yeah,
But when I tell you they were so connected into what he was singing, the storytelling, the playing of the harmonica, like they
yeah,
just was. All of them wanted to get the microphone by the time he was finished.
Yeah, because then you have some people that maybe have the want to be a musician. They don't know it kind of yet, and they so
Yes.
inspires them, and they want to just like learn and pick up instruments and stuff just from those
Hmm.
experiences. And no, and
That's
it's
right.
good for the mind. It keeps them out of trouble, and just it's just stuff that they need to know. And
Hmm.
to not to be like we said earlier, one sided. All
That's
kinds.
right.
You might hear rock, but you didn't know rock came from the blues, and stuff like that. So
Yes. Yes. Oh, that's so important. Let's stop for a minute and acknowledge everyone that is here on our live. If you are tuned in, shouts out to you. I see Silver Shirley's in the house, honey.
hey,
Who else? I have this so small I can barely even read it. Let me see. Can I pull this up some here? Look, I have the glasses on, but I need a I
yeah,
guess that's how. Listen, honey, I should have changed the font of that, but we're not gonna do nothing that's gonna mess up this live. So, but
yeah.
shouts out to Silver Shirley. We have Jay Irvin Bates. Hello, Jay Irvin. I was just on his podcast yesterday. No, the day before yesterday. He has a very great podcast called Timeshare. So you definitely no, I'm sorry, Time Signatures. Okay, so you want to check that one out too. Shouts out to Melinda Dorsey. That's Lady D in the house. Who else we have down here? Honey, we have some people joining us from YouTube. What's up, Rashika? Shouts out to everyone that is in the live. We are live with none other than Miss Angela Buffington. She is the CEO and president of the Trinity River Blues Society out of Texas, honey. So we're
Yeah.
having a conversation here and enjoying every moment of it. Okay, it's always great to learn something new about somebody that is doing great things for our community. Okay, so back on topic here. So tell us, what are some of the things that your particular Blue Society does as far as continuing to share the culture of blues music and connect with the community in Texas?
Okay, well, like I said, we have a lot of events. We try to do diverse events. Like this Saturday, we're going to be at Emerald City in Fort Worth. It's no, it's not. It's in Dallas by Fair Park. Which, if you're familiar with the Dallas Fair, that's where it's at. Over there by the Cotton Bowl, that's where it's at.
Mm-hmm.
So we have Shanetta Hyper there, and we have short stack from Cano in, the DJ, and we have a lot of people that are going to be there. So we try to go and be diverse and have different groups that we go to get the music out and people to see us, because we just, like you said, we don't try to do just one, because sometimes the debate, it's a debate and who should be where we should be going, but we don't discriminate. We go everywhere. And I always, when I have a show or something, what I also do and what I require is that I have to have bands that are led by women in that program. So
Come on, women.
I do that. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't waver from that. If we have a festival or a show, it's going to always be one or two bands that are led by women. That's just
Mm-hmm.
a rule that Angela has, and she won't break it. So we have that. We have the big show coming up um, Saturday, and then we have Alex Lopez. So we have a lot of international recording artists that come through that know us now. So we
Yeah.
partner with them. So we have Alex Lopez, and we're doing a show with him, and we're getting the word out for that. And then we also have a where we partner with Sue Foley. So we when she comes to town and stuff, we partner with her, and so I
Mm-hmm.
mean we have a big reach now to
Yes.
get the word out. And do we do, like I do a lot of speaking engagements, and then we also have every month we're partners with the Texas Women in Music, and
Mm-hmm.
they have two jams that are led by women.
Mm-hmm.
So we do that, and I mean then we do a lot of stuff. We're partners with Breast Cancer Can Stick It, and so what that is an organization. It's women who have breast cancer, but not only do they embrace that, but they help with the other cancers and stuff. So it helps with research and stuff like that, because then you still have, we try to give back that too, because we try to make sure, because it's rough being a musician and dealing with that and trying to balance life
Yes.
and stuff. So we do that. We do a lot of feed. It's called Feed Bedford, where we do a lot of stuff where we make lunches and stuff. So we're just constantly giving back and steady talking about the blues and letting people know the blues is a community.
Mm-hmm.
That we give back and we share and we help each other. That's what we do.
That's right.
And
I
so
love it.
yeah,
I
so
love it. That is amazing because
yeah. And
that
then
is.
let me talk about our big festival. I forgot about that. We have a
Oh,
big
listen, I was just about to ask you right
good.
afterwards.
That's
We're gonna get to the big festival. First of
yeah.
all, tell Shawnette how to. I said
Okay.
hello. I hadn't
Okay.
seen her in years. Okay,
Okay.
so she's a sweetheart. Tell her that Duchess said hello.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my girl. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Okay, so when we're talking about the events,
mhm.
okay, tell us about this big blues festival that you all are doing as well.
Okay. So it's August the 2nd. We have a brand new home. It's called Platinum Music Complex, and it's a music school and a big theater and all this stuff. It says it's the biggest recording studio in the United States if you
Mm,
Google it and look it up.
mm,
So they have graciously sponsored us that whole building for the day. So we gotten so big till where last year we had 18 challenges and we have like featured artists. So this year the deadline is July the 1st to sign up for solo duos,
mm,
band, and then the youth 20 and under.
mm,
So what happens is it's whoever wins this challenge or in their categories, they'll go to Memphis in January with us to represent Trinity and all of North Texas, and they competed with people all around the world. So
mm,
this thing has really become a massive kind of thing because now we got like 4 or 5 food trucks. We have 10 vendors. We have,
yes.
and I featured, we have our headliner this year is Wanda King, Fred King's daughter. Her band is the headliner. And then we have 2 feature bands, Mysterious Scandals and the Queers All Star Band, which is a female, led by a female. And she's also my treasure and God knows what else. We call her the Swiss knife and also a breast cancer survivor. So,
Mm,
so we have this massive thing that's coming. It's gonna be we're gonna have media come and do some stories about that. But we're really excited about this one. We have, I mean, we have stage managers, and I mean, from coming from a place where we've been doing this 8 years now, from a little card table that we started out with now to this whole massive real festival thing. Because it's a festival. And also, what Trinity does is we also book for the Denton Blues Festival, which is in September. That's the big festival that's been going on, I want to say 30 some years. And so
mhm.
uh, I have been asked to book those acts. So I do book those at the same time as I do those, and then I'm on the board of the Southside Preservation Hall here
Girl,
in Fort Worth,
listen.
and they
Hold on,
do,
wait.
and they they do festivals and stuff there too, and so we got a lot of things coming down there. I mean, I'm on about 75 boards, so I don't know, I can't help myself, but
Listen, this
I,
is why
I always get the
we are super
information out.
women.
Yeah, so that
Yeah.
helps me get all the blues information out to all these
Okay.
other different people too.
Hmm. Listen, you are definitely a true superwoman. Do you hear me?
And they call me the
Because
vampire.
right, right. Because I was just about to ask you now when you get to talking about doing festivals, that's a lot of work.
A
Like,
lot.
how do you manage not getting so overwhelmed with everything that you do? How do you balance all of that
I
and
think
still be able to breathe? How do you do it?
and I'm a corporate accountant daytime. I have a daytime job too. I'm an
Oh,
in the corporate world. I'm an accountant. So on top of that, I go work, and that's not an 8 to 5 job either. Accountants, so we work all kind of crazy, hours and stuff. So
right.
I don't know. I think because I'm ADHD or something, and I just my mind just doesn't stop. It doesn't need require a lot of sleep, and
Hmm.
constantly thinking of things. And but a festival is a lot. You got a lot of moving pieces at the same time, and it's I feel so rewarded once I see all the pieces come together. I'm manic up until the time it comes, but then when I see all the pieces, and like I said, I have a good staff. I have Aquarius Fletcher. I have Alan Timpson, Tobias, which is our lawyer. Which we have another program that Tobias is doing to give back to the musicians, and that's to any musician before you sign a contract. he will look it over for you for free and counsel you, so they won't take your money, your
Uh-huh.
royalties, or you won't. Because a lot of times we see that where people, they're so excited they don't, don't know the business side, and that's what we do. We work on the business side, and so to give back to musicians, we have him to look over the contracts and say, don't sign that, or we can get you more
Mm-hmm.
money or something, and we do that free. We don't want any money or any of that. It's just us giving back to the musicians.
Right,
So,
right.
but there's a lot of moving parts to a festival. I mean, ooh, yeah, it's a
Yeah,
lot. And then you have to do that. You got to do contracts. You got to get permits and and all that stuff. But it's and I do my dumb self. I do two of them at a time. I'm like, okay, I'll book that one. Okay. And then I got two different things going on, so I must need it. It works for me.
right.
My kids are all grown and stuff, and so
Uh-huh.
I don't have that to worry with, and so I take on a lot. I mean, I
Yeah.
need it. I mean, because I love being on boards, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and uh,
Well, it definitely keeps you busy,
yeah,
that's for sure.
yeah. So I'm working with, like I said, with the Women in Blues. We got big fundraiser contracts coming out, and thinking of ways to with social media, to
Mm-hmm.
grow that society and get their festival back and stuff. So another festival. So I'm
Right.
excited. It's so, yeah, you see how my voice gets. I get so excited about this stuff. I'm like,
That's
oh
because you
boy,
have a passion for what you're doing.
boy, people be like, oh God, do you ever sleep? And I just be shooting out stuff. I say, okay, I'm shooting it out so I won't forget it. I'm just, and then I say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to run you off. Oh, you're not. I just, I apologize after the fact, but I'm like, but
Oh
I'm
Lord.
thinking now about stuff about
See, see, look. I bet. And listen, I bet your brain never turns off.
not. That's I have a
Never
toy
turns off.
because I'm up. Then I just wake up talking to myself. Like I've probably been talking that whole the little time I did sleep. I've been talking to myself, and then I just wake up and start talking and start thinking about stuff, writing down notes and
That, oh my God, that reminds me of somebody asked me, how do you even do it all? Listen, the brain, it never turns off because it's like when you sit still, you're thinking about something else that you can do, something else that you can make move. Like it never stops. A song that needs to be written, a
mm-hmm.
song that needs to be produced,
I do that too. I write lyrics,
yep.
and I have a podcast. I have a back history podcast.
See?
I
And
also
I saw that on
I'm
your
like, yeah.
profile too.
So
Mhm. And speaking of women in blues, shouts out to Teeny Tucker that's in the
yeah,
building.
yeah,
Miss Erica Brown is in the building.
yeah.
We also have some more people that have joined us. We have my girl, that's my bestie right there, Rashika. She's in the building. My sister Shanika is there. Hey Deborah, I see Deborah is in there too. Silver Shirley is still hanging in here with
Mhm.
us. Thank y'all so much for
Thank
joining
y'all
us
for being
on
here.
today. Yes, yes. For those of y'all that just came in, we have none other than Miss Angela Buffington in the house. And as you all see and hear, she is a busy woman, honey. A busy, busy woman. So today we are talking about some of the things that she's doing along with the Blues Society that she's president and CEO of, which is Trinity River Blues Society in Texas. And they are doing some very great things, you guys. If you're in the Texas area, you might want to look them up, join that Blues Society, and support them in everything that they're doing because they're continuing to give back to the community and make a difference in a lot of people's lives. Okay.
Yeah, we just had three societies. We were at the International Guitar Festival, and I had some people to write me today. They said they're watching what we do and they're patterning their blues societies after us. So we really thought, well, what an honor that you watch us and see what we're doing, and you want to
Mm-hmm.
pattern after us because we're
Yeah.
still like a newbie, in a way. I mean, we've been
Mm-hmm.
around a while now, but we're still like the babies of the thing. But for us, I said, well, I'm gonna grow Trinity bigger. My mindset is I want
Yeah.
to be going bigger.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not stopping here. We're going bigger. So
That's right. That's right. Well, you are definitely doing an amazing job. You and your entire team. So that's even awesome. That's awesome. So let me ask you something. And since you've been president, what can you name the most memorable moment since you've been president of the Blues Society? Is there like a moment that always sticks with you?
what I guess one of the I mean one of the moments was I was shocked. and surprised and happy that we had Chuck Rainey to come and do our challenge and win it with Shake Anderson. And I said,
Okay.
Chuck Rainey and I mean, then we had, like, oh boy, we have made it. I mean, because, he's like the most celebrated bass player ever. And he came and did our challenge. And I thought, wow, that's because then that's your wow moment to say, well, I guess we are getting bigger. All the work is paying off because if somebody like him, sees us and wants to be part of our challenge, I mean, we're doing pretty good now. So that was
Right.
um, moments. And then I guess another one when we first had our first festival because the challenge had gotten so big. One of my mentors said, "Well, Angela, now you're gonna have to do like San Angelo and all these other people to because it's so big. Instead of just a challenge, now make it into a festival."
Mm-hmm.
So that first
Mm-hmm.
festival, we had like 500-600 people, and that's a lot for a first festival. It's like, oh wow. I mean, and so I mean, it's just and another thing that I it's a simple thing, but it was not a simple thing that I was able to keep us going during COVID. That was a hard time, and a lot of societies didn't make it, but we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
that was another moment.
Yes.
COVID was it was hard, but
Mhm.
we survived. We made it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Do you all have quite a few people that join on a monthly basis?
Yes, we have. Yeah, we have. I want to say on our social media we have. I want to say like 6,000, 7,000, and then with our paid members, I think we have like 3,000 or more. So we somebody joins pretty much every day. And then
Mm-hmm.
every time we're out at the festivals or other shows, we get a lot of people to join because that's where we do the
Right.
best work is when we're out and about. And then we have the challenge. And so with each person that joins and does those challenges, it brings other people in and stuff like that. So we've been lucky with that. And so, oh, I forgot to say, if you want to be in the challenge, and you can go to
Mm-hmm.
our website, which is trendyriverblues.org, click the link, sign up if you need help. You can inbox me and I'll help you, register. And that deadline is July the 1st. So
Okay.
for the three categories.
Yeah, y'all hear that, don't you? You need to go ahead on and register.
Yep.
Okay, the deadline is July 1st, and make sure if you don't get a chance to watch this live, that you go back and replay so you can get all this great information on how to be a part of the Trinity River Blues Society. Okay, they are a working blues
Yeah.
society
Working
that's
now.
putting in work. Okay.
We're working now. So even we have a guy that goes out. He's our ambassador. So he goes out and every week he's retired. He goes and finds shows and different people to spotlight. And if you want to be featured on that, just send us a message and I will get you on our website and all our social media.
Mm-hmm.
Because we do that too. We give back that way to musicians. We get their information out there, and we have a YouTube if you want your video on there. We don't own the rights. We just help you get your music, out there.
Right.
Want to do. We don't charge for anything that we do. We even volunteer. With the madness on these boards, I'm a volunteer. I don't get paid for any of this.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we just like giving back.
Yes, yes. And you're definitely giving back and you're helping so many people. Before I move along, my daughter has joined the chat. Ramirian Reed is in the house and she says, I love her bracelets. So she loves your bracelets.
Man, I toned it down tonight.
They are
Normally I have
pretty.
about 12, 13 of these.
They are so pretty. They definitely are. Yes, yes. But like I said, they are a working blues society, you guys. And if you want to put in work and continue
Mhm.
to help the Trinity River Blues Society continue to grow, y'all please do. Please do.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
then I love the fact of how you're helping women in
Oh
blues.
yeah.
Now, we both know with us having this conversation that it has always been a little rough for women in music, period.
Yes.
And especially in the blues, you don't see enough of us, but it's a lot of us out there.
Hmm.
So what you're doing is very, very important in helping all the things that we do from our platforms that continue to help people know about different blues women is very, very important. And the fact that we continue to help each other is even better, because that's how we're going to continue to move, you
Because
know.
I always try to tell to women and things too about on the business side of, because I'm heavy into the business side, and I tell them, and that's where a lot of times musicians get taken advantage of because they don't know
Hmm.
the business side. It's
Hmm.
not always nice. It's not pretty. It's not glamorous like I tell people they think it is. But it's needed. You can't have one without the other. The
That's right.
side. Somebody has to come up with the festivals and negotiate the money and do the contracts and stuff like that. So I try to help the women and say, hey, don't get caught up in that,
Hmm.
or I like one guy told this woman, he says, oh, I hope your music sounds as good as you look, and she was getting excited. I'm like, that
See?
did you not read between the lines? He hadn't
There
asked
you
you,
go.
he hadn't heard your music. So I try to, educate them that way too.
Hmm.
Don't get caught up in these traps because
Hmm.
it's not always pretty, not glamorous. So
That's right, because that's what they are.
yeah,
They're traps.
yeah, it traps,
Hmm.
and I to them and help some other woman too. You help somebody too.
That's right.
And
That's right.
everybody grows and moves forward together.
Hmm. And it's funny that you mentioned that. Is because I remember when I first started off. Oh my goodness, my mom is my manager, and I thank God for her. I don't think I would have fell for any okie dokes, but she didn't give me the
I
opportunity
know
to
that's
even fall for any of it,
yeah,
because she, as she say, she can spot bull when she see it.
yeah,
So
yeah. I'd be like, I've been,
I'm
I've been
telling you,
doing
and
this too long. I said,
yes,
stop in your
I remember
DMs.
some people used to get so mad
Yeah,
because they would try to overstep her and come
mhm.
talk to me, and she shut it down, you
Yeah,
know.
you have to.
She
I mean,
shut it down.
the downtown don't care what they in your DMs. That don't mean nothing. They just want
That's right.
to
That's
think
right.
about that and keep your eye on the prize, and that's
Hmm.
say
And that's what I
it.
always say. It's just like, when you're in this business, it's about the business.
Yes,
And and if
yeah.
somebody come at you and they're not talking about the business, they're definitely not gonna mean you any good at all. It's just another trap.
That's what I tell my. I said, I'm all about that. First thing I'll say, I'm a businesswoman, so I
That's
don't.
right.
Yeah, I don't
That's
care about
right.
that you're talking about. I mean, it's sweet and sounds good, I guess, to somebody. But I've been doing this for a long time. I mean, I have, like I told my, I had to learn, So
Hmm.
I had people that I was under their wings, they tell me stuff. I have
That's right.
like Wanda King is one of my mentors, Freddie King's daughter, and she'll tell
Hmm.
me, Angela, all these years she's been telling me, and I'm like, yeah, you're right. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you just, yeah, it's easy. It's you think it's glamorous, but it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to
It
be
is.
in business.
It
You gotta
is.
know all your, get all your ducks in the row and all your legal stuff because you
Hmm.
see like even Taylor Swift had to re-record all her songs because at the time when you're young and you're excited or something, you sign these contracts and they they take all that stuff from you and you don't even know it. Not until
That's right.
road you have $1 million worth of songs that sold and you at the house at your mama's house eating noodles.
Right.
You're like, be like,
Exactly.
why am I doing that?
Exactly.
Yeah, because you didn't, because you don't know what you don't know. So
That's
that's how
right.
we try to help the musicians and tell them we'll read your contract. Well, my lawyer will read your contract and say
Hmm.
yay or nay. Don't do it, or we'll get you more money or whatever. Or they're gonna take all your royalties or stuff. They don't.
Yeah.
I don't know about that fine print. We all know about that fine print.
That's right. And and they have to be educated on that, because you
Yeah,
have some people, they will jump out there and they will put a good song right on the internet and it's not even copywritten.
right. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what are you
Exactly.
doing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then they steal it from you, and then you're mad. But like you didn't copyright it. I told you to do that. Don't
That's
put out
right.
music and don't copyright it.
That's right. It's very,
It's a big.
very
That's
important.
when a lot of times when I tell people say, "Oh, but you're not a musician." Well, I actually did play stuff back when I was young. When I had time, I
Mhm.
don't have time for none of that now. But I said, but you still need me. You still have to have people
Yes.
like me so you can do
Hmm.
what you do because somebody has to think about the festival or somebody has to think about, oh, I want to start a jam. I mean, or this and that.
Hmm.
So both, when they get those awards out, like they have all the different categories because it takes a village to
That's right.
yeah.
That's right. It definitely takes a village, and it takes someone like you to stand in the gap for
Yeah.
artists because,
Oh,
like
cause
you
yeah,
said,
yeah,
like you said, and my dog trying to get on camera so bad. Go ahead on, girl. Listen, because like you said, it does take a village.
it does.
And when it comes to artists, my manager always say, listen, musicians just want to play and singers just want to sing.
That's right.
So you need somebody that you can trust
Mm-hmm.
that can help you with your business if you don't know the business yourself.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It's
very,
our
very
business too. Me
important.
being a female too, I had to stand my ground because, like you said, it's a man oriented thing. They were like, "Oh," I said, "I want the lights like this." Oh, now we're gonna know. I said, I'm paying you. This is what I want."
That's what I
But
want.
you have to stand your ground. I mean,
That's
especially as
right.
being females, it's hard in
Hmm.
this business. They kind of like think you don't know what you're talking about, like you just sing. You just need to sing or play, kind of.
Hmm.
No, that's not
You're
how.
right. You're right. You definitely have to stand your ground when it comes to a lot of things because this business can be very, 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 very bad if you
Yeah,
don't know what it is that you're doing, and people will get
yeah,
over
yeah.
on you.
They'll use you. Yeah,
Or they can make a name for you. Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, you just have to be very smart about your
Right.
business and
Yeah,
how you handle yourself. You
mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah, and that's
Shouts out to Michelle. I see Michelle is in the building. Michelle Seaman. Woo! Women in
yeah.
Blue. Yay! Yes, yes. So we're sitting here, we're having a conversation with none other than Angela Buffington. Okay, I love that. I love that. And I was so excited about having you on the show because I knew that you would have a lot to offer, a lot to offer to our listeners, especially some of these artists that are out here, and just make them aware of a lot of different things, that's going on in the music industry and within the blues societies as well. And then, as a Black woman, I must say kudos to you because you are handling your business
thank you so
with
much.
helping so many people.
Yeah, I'm so when I go places, I'm surprised at all the people like, oh, we appreciate what you do and know who I am. And my daughters always make a joke like, don't commit a crime, you're going to jail because everybody knows you. So
Everybody know,
she
right?
said, don't do it. So I'm like,
That's
okay.
right.
But yeah, I try to. I mean, I work real hard. I try to help people. I don't charge anybody for stuff, and I
Yes.
guess, and then I have another opportunity. I forgot about it. June 6th, I'm going to be the MC Master Mistress of Ceremony for the Temptations show.
Okay.
And Miss Opalee, I'm giving her an award. She's going to be there because she lives in Fort Worth. And so, she had to help pass the Juneteenth. So she's going to be there. And we have several people that are going to be there. It's a red carpet event. They asked me to be the master of ceremony. So I got
Come on, Master of
I
Ceremony.
got that coming out too. I forgot about that, but yeah, that's June 6th in Fort Worth, the Ridgely Theater. So I mean, and then that's part of Trinity. We just have a lot of things going on, and what I do too, different than some other people when we do a show or whatever, or I even take like the caterer that we have. She was the only caterer we could get back when we started with the card table.
Hmm.
But then as we grow, people want to do it, but she's our girl. So what I do is each person, like even with our judges, I make posters and promote them and their music or their food and everybody. So I just split out each thing that's on that on our poster, original poster, and I split it out and I give all my flowers to everybody. And this year we have some stellar judges. We have Zach Harmon's going to be a judge who won the challenge back that kicked his career off years ago, and now he's an
Hmm.
international artist. And um, we got Lala Johnson, who's the premier background singer for Erica Badu for the last 14 years. And I mean, we have some Jimmy Wallace, who's been running the Guitar Festival for 44 years. We have him as a judge. We just have some other people that used to play for Toby Keith that are coming out to be judges. I mean, so we have a lot of things going on. The
Yes.
winner of the youth contest, the drummer, they're going to get a whole drummer clinic. We were able to do that. We got black boxes that we've been donated that we're going to auction out. So I mean, this whole festival thing has become a massive kind of thing. We're so grateful for everything that's coming this way, and the things that Trinity has to offer. Like I said, we do those features, for the
Hmm.
musicians, and we don't care if you're new, if you've been around 100 years or whatever. We're gonna do a feature on you.
Right.
I reached out, you can I need your bio. I'm gonna kind of I said, well, I gotta keep telling people I need your bio. I probably should ask, can I have can I have your bio? I just wanted because and then I said, oh, did you forget? I mean, I'm trying to still want to, that's why I tell me I'm just trying to feature you.
That's right.
Just
That's
get
right.
the word out.
Hmm. So, whether you see the future of your blues society within the next 10 years.
Well, I see us. I want us to be as big as the Memphis Blues Society and some of the other ones. I mean, I want us to be, when you see Trinity or hear the name Trinity, you know here we come. That's because we've come a long way and we've gotten really big. And so
Right.
I wanted to be able to, when I'm done, I've been able to, pass it on or somebody else is elected. I want to make sure that I, set the foundation for them and just see it to grow and continue, not to end. Just to keep up the legacy and the work and stuff. And because I don't want somebody who takes it over and then just lets it die. So the future of it, I want to see it get bigger. I want to have more opportunities for, like I said, I'm always about the women. I'm always going to have women. On our shows. That's just a requirement. When I was looking for the House of Blues for Trinity, we do two shows and every Tuesday. And
Hmm.
yeah, and one of them had to be a female-led band. It's just something I've
That's
always
right.
done. And but yeah, just to keep the legacy going and just getting bigger and everybody knows who we are. Knows our name and.
Hmm.
The goal is to get us on TV and stuff. I've been reaching out to
Yes.
and stuff, and maybe even having our own little blues show. And making blues more popular than it already is. So I just
That's
want to keep
right.
our legacy going that way. And just keep it moving and don't let it die.
That's right.
Because a lot of times, you'll do something and other people just let it die. But I don't want that to happen. That's what I want us to do in 10 years is to, in 10 years, I'll be extremely old. So I
Said extremely old.
pass, pass it on and let somebody, take the torch.
Hmm. Hmm. That is awesome. That's awesome. Let me ask you. Okay, so if you could sit down with any blues legend on your podcast and have a conversation, who would that be?
Um, it would probably be, it would probably be, I probably would want to do Buddy Guy just because I want to, I would love to hear some of the stories that he has to tell.
Yes.
He's a living legend, and I think he would, you know, his story. I mean, we know some of the stories, but sometimes you can get different stories that you didn't know anything about. And I just think he has all this information. He's up in age, and I just would love to have him on the
Hmm.
podcast, along with other people too. But I would love to have him on.
Yes. I want to meet Buddy Guy so bad.
Yeah,
And my mom always used to say, listen, we just need to get in the car and drive to Chicago.
yeah, yeah. And have on a polka dot shirt.
Yes, 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 most definitely. He is most definitely a legend. That I feel like that so many people really do need to sit down and have a conversation with.
Hmm.
I about a couple of months ago I watched his latest documentary and it is really really good. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I watched that documentary. I know about 3 or 4 times. It was just that good, and it's like each time I watched it, I heard something different. That he was talking about with how he started off, how he ended up in Chicago, how people treated him, just as a
Yeah.
musician. Like it was, I mean, the stories that he told, I'm just like, wow, everybody has their personal journey on their experience with being in the industry, how people treated you before they thought that you were going to be somebody, and how he was able to pretty much tell him to kiss his tail when he did
Yeah.
become somebody. So,
Yeah, it's a bro. It's just interesting to hear the stories. That's what my podcast is, Back History Podcast. But that's what it is. I explore what makes them what makes them them and how they got there, and it's just some of the stories that you hear are amazing. That you be like, wow, I didn't know that. So it's always good to hear everybody's story. I would like to have maybe Bonnie Raitt on there as a female, especially coming
That's
up
right.
in the music business back then. You think it's rough
Mhm.
now. You could just imagine. Then for a
Mhm.
female, it was probably like,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I would love to hear some of those stories, especially of some of the older musicians. I heard my friend, I'm good friends with Anika Chambers. I would like to hear, how
I
she,
love Anika.
yeah, I love because she just is bold and here I come, unapologetic. And so sometimes I would be
Yes.
cheering her on and stuff, and she'd be like, "Yeah, Miss Angela, like, yeah, you keep going." I say, "Yeah,
Yeah.
you keep doing
She is so welcoming. I remember the first time I met her, probably about 3 years ago at the BMAs for the
it."
very first time, and it was like we had been knowing each other forever. Like she, Zane, move, girl, I'm working. It was like it's like we had been knowing each other forever, but she was so informative and um willing to help. Like you didn't have to ask for it. Erica Brown is the same way, they give you these gems to work with because they want to see you grow. And I
Right.
love the way that Anika highlights so many black women during Black History
Yeah.
Month and Women History Month. And this year when she did it, I was writing down as many of them as I could because I was like, I'm gonna play their music on the Duchess Soul Sessions, and not only that, I'm gonna reach out to as many as I can to have them on Blues Talk, because it's very important. A lot of these women out here a long time. Trudy Lynn,
Yeah.
she's another one. I
Yeah.
love Trudy Lynn, and I can't wait till I get her on the show as well too. But it's just so many. It's so many of us out there that's actually willing to help,
Yeah, because
and
I have
we
to
just
give my shout out to my girl Keisha Pratt
okay, Keisha,
when I had the
yes.
board, when I had a board a while back or whatever, and it was just I was really struggling. And her brother lives here in Dallas, and she told her brother, "said You're gonna be on her board, and you're gonna help her." And he was on there for like 2 or 3 years helping me out. So she said, "You're gonna help her."
Mhm.
So she needed
Uh-huh.
help, and she got her brother was he's real smart. He was the one who helped us get the blues in the schools and stuff. So yeah.
That's awesome.
So I love Keisha's story too, and I mean, just it's endless stories. We all have these, stories,
Mhm.
Bible, because I get real passionate about because I at the age of 7 I got sick and I lost the ability to walk, and they said I wasn't gonna ever walk again. I've been walking,
Wow.
talking, and doing
Well,
everything.
look at God.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yes.
all have these stories of how we got to where we got and how it helped us get to where we were in this music, business.
That's
People
right.
don't realize my story that, I actually played a bit piano, guitar, and drums, and I was in the choir and all that
Look
stuff
at you.
kids did back in the day that you were going to
Mhm.
do. You had the choir and all of that stuff. So I did all of that stuff. I actually was a music major when I started college, but my family said we're paying for you to go to college, so you got to get a real degree. So
Oh,
then
wow.
that's how I became an accountant. But but yeah,
And
I started out. Yeah,
still end up being in music.
still ended
See?
up in it. Yeah, in the business side of the headache side of it, and the
Yes. And you know what? I feel like when it's your passion and God blesses you with that gift, it doesn't matter what path that you take, it's always gonna lead back to
It
that
it
gift.
is back. You're right because I mean, just like I said, they seeked out me. I was blogging and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
back then, but I was still writing about music most of the time.
Uh-huh.
I've always been, even when they do those little tests at the work to see which category, and I always test high on the artsy side. They say you
Mm-hmm.
are, that's what you should be doing. You're artsy, and they're right. I mean, I am very, yeah, artsy kind of person.
That's right. That's right. I'm telling you, I
Yeah,
totally agree because
yeah,
like when I started off, it didn't matter what path I went to,
yeah.
it always led me right on back to music, right on back to
We're
music. And
gonna
I
talk
thank
about
God for it.
yeah.
Even my students, they're just like, our teacher's a celebrity. Like, our teacher sings the blues. Like, our teacher. And they be like, let me get $2. Let me get.
Yeah,
Y'all leave me alone. Shouts out to Madison High students
you're
out
right.
there if you're watching on Instagram, because they say they
Yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
be on Facebook, so
Oh
they
yeah,
have to
they
be
know,
on
but like
Instagram.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Most on Instagram.
So
Trying to
shouts
teach
out
me
to
stuff.
all
They
of
teach me
y'all over
things too.
there.
They teach me new stuff, and so, but I try to
Yes,
keep up with the latest kind of social media kind of things because you have to kind of keep up with that, to get the
right.
out too. So I mean, I'm real good at reels. Sometimes when I want to relax, I'll pop out 20 reels at night, just to get that message out and stuff about the different groups.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I was checking over there on Instagram. Shouts out to everyone that is tuned in on Instagram. I see you guys out there. I just so happen to click over here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people in Instagram. Shouts out to
Hey
you.
everybody, hi. Tune it in.
Oh yes, yes, yes. Shouts out to Dwayne. I see you are in the building. In the building. Yes. All right. So we're gonna do this fun rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you a question, and you're gonna say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Favorite blues song of all times.
Damn your eyes. Damn your eyes high, whichever way you say it. But that's yeah.
Favorite blues guitarist.
Oh. Eric Gales.
Vinyl or streaming.
Vinyl.
Juke joint or large festival.
Deep joint.
One word that describes the blues.
Life.
What song instantly puts you in a good mood?
Ooh, that's a hard one. But instantly puts me in a good mood. Oh, I just flew out of my mind too. It was
I know it's a lot. I
it was
know it's a
real
lot.
random too. What was it? It was ain't no way.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I don't know
Last
how they
one.
do it, but I love that song.
Yes. Last one. If your life had a blues title, what would it be?
Oh God, it'd be Rocky Road can't follow the normal path blues. That's what it would be. Because I can't do the straight and narrow either. You get like that. I can't go.
Right.
I'm not one that can go like from 8 to 5, and you do either
Yes.
one. I can't do it. I got my mind
Yes.
all over the place. I'm always thinking of things to do, trying to help people, try to get the word out, and do more festivals and more shows and get us. That's how we partner with Sue Foley. She reached out, and every time she's in the area, it doesn't even have to be Dallas Fort Worth, she's going to contact us, and we help her
Mhm.
sell out her shows. So
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, our time is actually up, and I don't know how, but the time just passed by so fast because we were having such a great conversation. But I just want to tell you if no one has told you in a long time, I want to tell you that you are amazing, you're beautiful, and you just keep doing what you're doing because it's definitely paying off for the rest of us.
well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm so honored to be on your show. I was so looking forward to it. I was telling my mom and everybody, and I just, I talk all the time anyway. So so excited to be on here. I mean, I
Yes, yes.
talk
Let's
about
see what these
life.
comments are saying here before we wrap up. Let's see here. Okay, Dwayne says he loves Vesta Jackson. He was talking about one of the legends he liked, still called the blues.
Yeah.
Was that Silver Shirley say? What did Silver Shirley say? See, next time I'm gonna make sure this is big enough for me to read because even with my glasses on, honey, that's not working. Silver Shirley said, Miss Angela is so amazing. I could move to Texas just to work with her. Okay.
Now, we take people from all over. We even have members in Belgium and other countries. So I mean,
Okay.
so you don't have to live in Texas to, and you don't have to live in Texas to be a part of us or be or us to hire you to do things either. So that
Mm-hmm.
and if you want to go to our website, it's trinityriverblues.org, or if you want to contact me, it's simple. It's Angela at trinityriverblues.org.
Awesome. Awesome. You guys heard that. You guys heard that. All right, you guys. We just had Miss Angela Buffington of the Trinity River Blues Society. I thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day and having a conversation with the Duchess, okay?
All right,
And
thank
we look forward to having you back on. And do not forget, send some of those women
I
my
will.
way.
I'm gonna send you
And
something.
I would definitely get them on the calendar for this year. I make it my business to do
Okay.
so.
All right.
And not only that, you tell everybody that's in your blues society that the Duchess say send her some music, and she will play you as well on the Duchess Soul Session that comes on every Saturday
Okay.
at 12 o'clock noon Central Time. That's on WMEL Radio, where I have been over that show for about 14 years
Oh
now.
wow. Yeah, that's
So
nice.
we definitely want to make sure that we're continuing to get everybody that we can,
Right.
support everybody that we can, while, as we say, while the blood is still running through our veins and we're able to help someone else. Okay.
All right then.
But thank you so much for coming on. Shouts out to you. Shouts out to everyone in the Trinity River Blues Society in Texas. Woo, 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 woo.
Woo,
I
yay.
know by the time we get off this live, Silver Shirley is going to be calling me saying, girl, let's go ahead on and get our membership.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Because I do have people from all over. It's not just Texas people and in other countries and stuff. So I'm
Yes,
amazed.
yes.
We reach a lot of people.
Yes. But yes, thank you once again for coming on. And I would definitely be having you back because I do want to keep in contact with you about the things that you all have going on. And anytime you want to send me anything, I would definitely share it on all of my platforms as well. So shouts out to
So much.
you.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
It was an honor to be on here.
you are
Shout
so
out to
welcome.
everybody that's watching and stuff. And I love you all. And I'm super excited. And we have a lot of stuff coming on. So just, check us out.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, you guys. Good night. Until next time, we are out of here. Okay. We're going to get off this live.
All right. See y'all.
All right, now.
Right. Bye.
Bye. Let's get us some here. Now, let me end it over